Nestled in historic downtown Apex, there's a place where you can experience the wonders of craft beer. Enjoy a wide selection of beers from North Carolina, the U.S., and around the world. And it's only at the Beer Dispensary.
Hi, I'm Glenn. This is Dave. We're NC Beer Guys. We promote North Carolina craft beer online at ncbeerguys.com. We do these videos to introduce you to some of the great variety of beers available across the state, and maybe a brewer you don't know about, or a brewer, or you just don't ever know what we're going to find. Today we're saying goodbye to summer with a seasonal beer. It's still available on the shelves, but it is traditionally considered a summer beer. It is the Carolina Belle Honey Wheat Hibiscus Wheat Ale from the Beer Army Combat Brewery of Trenton. The beer is part of a change of Command Series beers that comes out of Beer Army, and this is what they call their seasonal beers. Beer Army is located in Trenton in Jones County, about 20 miles south down Highway 58 off of Highway 70 when you go through Kinston. They're distributed statewide by Freedom Beverage Company and self-distributed in Craven County. The tap room, called the Beer Army Bunker, is now open on Friday and Saturday evenings, and brewery tours go on every Saturday at 3. The Beer Army Bunker is an on and off premises beer establishment featuring growler, cake sales, also available to reserve for private parties, receptions, and wet downs. So what do they say about the Carolina Belle Honey Wheat Hibiscus Wheat Ale? It's a 4.6 ABV American wheat beer with additions of honey and hibiscus flower petals.
Okay.
Some malt sweetness with low hop aroma and a powerful floral esters.
Well.
It pours a clear red color from the hibiscus flowers. Is prevalent with long-lasting pink head. So it might be really something to look at. Light body, medium carbonation that finishes on the dry side. Light wheat and moderate floral flavor with a touch of honey that has light malt character with balance and bitterness due more to the hibiscus and not the hops. So this bitterness comes from the hibiscus, they say. They call it a straightforward beer with a couple of layers of complexity and far from being conventional. They say this beer pairs well with salads, fruits and vegetables, chicken and seafood, so a little bit of the lighter fare.
Visibly, it looks like a framboise.
It is. It's very kind of bright at you.
It's the color.
And you do get the pinkness in the head a little bit. Not like what I was thinking, but it is. You do see the pinkness, and they call it a long-lasting head, and it seems to be standing up. I got a better pour than Dave did a little bit.
I screwed mine up again.
But as I say, this is one of the summer beers. It's still on the shelves, so if you see it, we have not had a chance to try it. We'd heard something about it.
Floral.
So we thought we'd pick it up and give it a drink.
Yep. Floral.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's very sweet floral.
You think this is going to be just really sweet, and we'll see.
Ooh, yep.
It does finish dry.
Yep. It's got a prickly mouthfeel to it.
And you taught it, right. It's very.
You get that. Yeah, it's very refreshing. When you get it, it's a perfect for the warm weather. And if, hopefully we're getting into, even though we're kind of hitting the fall, it's still warm out. It's getting in the 80s, so it's still good. But it's funny, you're getting that effervescence as soon as it hits your mouth, and that's kind of refreshing right there. It's a good start.
And as you know, in our climate, you get plenty of warm weather right up until Thanksgiving and even after. So sometimes a good, refreshing throwback to summer beer, there's nothing wrong with having it. It's not like an IPA, particularly where you need to be considered how old it is before you drink it.
Right.
A wheat ale should hold up for a very long time on the shelf.
Well, yeah, considerable.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like a month or two that you need to be freshness.
No.
And they don't date this beer, and like I said, we found it on the shelves and thought we'd try it still. It doesn't remind me at all of a wheat ale.
No.
If I didn't know that it was a wheat ale.
What would you think it was?
Well, I would think it was either something like a lambic even, or heading toward a sour because of the tartness and the freshness of it.
I'm not saying it's so tart, but it is, it's...
But it has that different bitterness. This is not in no way a hop bitterness, as they said.
No.
But you get a little something that's a bite.
Right.
Which apparently is the hibiscus bite.
And maybe that's it, that I'm kind of like, because I'm not sure what...
That's right, you never go out in the yard and eat a hibiscus.
Eat one. It's just what It's refreshing, and that's what I look for in a beer.
Now, I don't get, in my palate, the honey.
No.
I don't really pick that up. That may be the underlying sweetness. They call it complex.
Maybe.
Several layers.
Maybe.
It could be as you get into it and drink more that it would build up where you would feel that honey. But I don't get the honey on first presentation at all.
No, but I can see how they say this will go really, really well with the chicken and seafood.
Such a palate
lighter
cleanser.
meats.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the lighter meats. Just that little, the sweetness of it with like one, the lighter like tilapia, things like that, and or just chicken itself would be so good with this.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
Yep.
Very good beer. It's as advertised, and we always like to give extra points for advertising the beer as it is.
Yep.
So if you get a chance, as I said, to get one of the last bottles that should be on the shelf.
Very quick.
Go ahead and get it now. Drink it now, because it's a little age on it now already.
Yep.
Or think about next summer.
Yeah.
When spring and summer hits, and you've got a beer list that you're working on. What do I want to try
For the summer, this will be it.
Get that beer army. Carolina Belle Hibiscus Wheat Ale from the Beer Army Combat Brewery.
Yep.
Like always, remember, we're the NC Beer Guys. Follow us online, and until next time, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.